Hello again and welcome to another Travel Today wrap-up with me, Steve Jones, recapping this week's major stories from the travel industry. And don't forget, this week is the last chance you'll have to win 2 gold-class cinema tickets, courtesy of Hahn Air and Travel Today. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video for this week's question. The week began with the release of government figures showing the worst monthly rate of domestic flight cancellation since records began 8 years ago. The reason, of course, was the ash cloud from Chile, which hovered over Australia and New Zealand for much of June. Tiger suffered more than most, nothing new in that, I guess, with more than 16% of its scheduled flight operations failing to take to the skies. Cynics, of course, would say that's far better than the current rate of cancellations of 100%. Everybody suffered, though. Qantas saw 6% of its flights fail to take off, Jetstar 6.2%, Virgin Australia 5%, while Regional Express saw almost 3% of its flights fail to depart in June. Speaking of Tiger Airways, they issued a statement last night saying they don't expect to resume operations until August the 5th at the earliest, after being issued with a set of conditions by the Civil Aviation Safety Authority. Assistant Federal Tourism Minister Nick Sherry, fresh from antagonising the tourism and aviation sectors over the carbon tax controversy, waded into hotels this week, branding much of Australia's accommodation as outmoded and outdated. He said investment was critical to modernise Australia's hotels, otherwise they won't meet the expectation of the Chinese market, which of course is regarded as so important to the future of Australia's tourism industry. To retail now, and the Magellan Travel Group is becoming a major force in the retail sector, growing now to 60 members. That was the target set for 2011, so obviously it's well ahead of schedule, I should say, with another member joining in October. Now, Andrew McFarlane, the general manager, told Travel Today yesterday that there will be further growth, but it's unlikely to go beyond 100 members. Magellan wants to retain that niche feel it has, and of course, being an unbranded retail network, it does have a limited appeal to quite a number of agents who want the safeguard of a national brand. And finally this week, to aviation. Virgin Australia's planned alliance with Singapore Airlines received backing this week from Air New Zealand and Qantas. Those two carriers have written to the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, saying alliances are the only way that airlines can overcome restrictive and heavy regulatory barriers. Competition time now, so over to my colleague Anne Majumdar.
Welcome to the 5th and final week of our cinema ticket competition, where you can win a pair of gold-class cinema tickets courtesy of Hahn Air and Travel Today. All you need to do is answer the following question relating to Hahn Air and email your answers to competitions@travelweekly.com.au. Here's the question.
How many interline e-ticketing agreements does Hahn Air have? For more information, go to www.hahnair.com. And remember, this is the last week of the competition. Good luck!
So that's it, that's the last question, so get your answers in and we'll announce the winner in next Thursday's issue of Travel Today. Good luck, and back to you, Steve.
Thanks for that, Anne, and good luck to all. That's it for now. I'll be in Melbourne this weekend for the Travel Scene American Express National Consultants Conference, and we'll have all the news from that event in next week's Travel Today, and we'll be back with another Travel Today wrap-up in next Friday's issue. Until then, have a good week. Take care.